Minzu takes him out. We've been following Minzu, Yonks, and FHD for all these players for so long now. This is looking like the toe-to-toe right here. Minzu on YouTube. Foxfire, Moon, and Kinji all have the high ground right here. They have Seekers, they have Splodes. They're set up for success right now. Here comes a quick edit. Minzu's trying to get this peak right here. Is he even going to be able to connect? No, the shockwave pushes him out. In comes the firing. He doesn't have time to push it all the way through. It's going down. Somehow, they close out by staying alive just long enough. The shots, the trades, FHD and Yonks were holding it down, actually trading the shots. The shockwave was perfect.
Minzu's trio went from the only full team left to both players knocked and Minzu in the storm because of a single shockwave so fast. I think nobody on that team saw that coming. Absolutely ridiculous. Last couple seconds there. Now, just to take a look back, really give us some details. We got Shy Wager out in the studio. What do you got, Shy?
Yeah, these guys had the power, they brought the force and cleaned out the game even at the worst circumstance possible. Even throughout the game, we saw double heavy snipes. We saw so many cool utilized across internationally, which is huge because, you know, Lupo and Monster, all these guys caught up. Do they have enough time? Is everything, you know, in place for this region to be at the top spot next to EU, NA, right? We have this breakdown of a little bit of separation in the middle. We have NA West, EU, Brazil, as well as NA East, and they're all in that big top 8 region. Broadcasted as well. We can see people now becoming stars, right? We could have the next insane, calmer, clutch individual mongrel, but, you know, international, across the season, a different time zone, playing his own type of metagame, his own type of strats being dropped down from height, going upwards, downwards, everywhere around the entire server. So it's really cool seeing how a new region develops and exactly where they actually place themselves in the timeline of exactly how their skills are, how their build fighting metagame is, what they try to do on height afterwards. A pattern we saw in the first EU games where, hey, if MMB have height, everyone below them, no shields at all. Every tag, it's a headshot from a Scar. It's an easy 72 white damage tag that usually gets them that elim at the end. Middle East, same way. We're going to break it down in just a second, but there's an entire type of shifted metagame where it's kind of those early Season 3, Season 4 tendencies combined with the knowledge you have at the end types of, you know, Season 8, Season 9 end games, where, you know, you're rotating, you're tarping, you're saving your items. At the same time, early game, you're using them immediately. No thought whatsoever. You have everything on your board, you have your inventory, you know exactly what teammates have, the comms are nice, everything's on the plate, ready to go, ready to get feasted on. So Middle East right now for me is just, it's really nice. We're going to be going through a clip actually of an early game, I believe, Happy Hamlet game. We're going to dive in with Kinzel, I believe. We'll see how he plays out. You know, this is a power clip. There we go. Kinji up in Happy Hamlet. It's going to be really dope to see him actually cut out Force Team on height. We talk about the metagame, right? When Shockwaves first got introduced, it was a straight pump or combat shot upwards. It took people time to get used to that AR spray. He has it in his inventory already. These guys are caught up, they know. Ramp edits, practicing creative, right? Very ingenuitive, a lot of ingenuity there, as well as wall replacing for protection. It's not raw gameplay, it's actually curated practice, and they're brand new to the actual international scene, which is amazing. You know, baiting your teammates out for HP, going for finishes. Even support players like me know exactly what to do. Now, the star trio that won that previous game, Power FHD, knowing how to use and take angles properly, has traps in front of him, doesn't matter. Knows to stay for those right-hand peaks, knows when to engage, low HP, still does not matter. No pressure taken because these guys practice. This is not their first rundown, but it is their first showdown of exactly what they can do, right? No Max here, has the elims, low health, still knows exactly when to look up, what to loot, when to use your utility, and when to support your teammates and still have a presence in the game, which is once again something players learned a lot later. So these guys are caught up with the meta game. They do know how to finish off. They know their exact win conditions as well and when to drop them through. Amazing gameplay. We're going to now tune in and see what else they can do on the Middle East. I'm going to be picking it up with my man Zeke coming in. We're both going to hit that cast. We're going to see exactly how these guys go down. We'll relive that breakdown actually together live. Zeke, what did you think about their presence compared to the rest of the international regions?
Man, I think we still have quite a bit more to see from this region. I think you did an amazing breakdown there. I think the ceiling for me is still very high. We haven't quite seen what they're fully capable of, but I think over the weekend, we'll definitely see it. I'm also excited that we get to finally hang out, Shy Wager and Zeke. We have come together. That was great. Actually, that is a true thing of the game. But anyway, the games are ready. Let's hop right in, Fortnite family. We're jumping out the battle bus. This game, I can't wait to see what happens here in this game. Because remember, these happened over this morning. Earlier on, while everyone wants to sleep, including myself, I slept like a baby. It's kind of. That's not entirely true. But anyway, we're getting into it. We can see now where people are trying to land early. So, I mean, you know, you've got the Pleasant there. You've got a team of Junk, the old Villain Factory. You've got some Snobby, some flying even over Greasy. There's still quite a bit of teams, though, still that are airborne.
Yeah, see, one thing you mentioned earlier, Zeke, was the whole idea of these games happened this morning, right? For me, chewing gum, you leave it on the table untouched, still good to eat later in the day. There's so much flavor in these games we're having yet to see. No, seriously, man. Like, once again, we're tuning with power. Hey, look at this pattern, right? I kind of, you know, went to the FHD/Mongrel comparison. These guys are in retail. Mongrels in retail. You know, we had Monster, Lupo, saying these guys have been waiting for a long time, right? There's so many VODs they've been watching. They have the knowledge, man. They have the power.
Yeah, and now look, they land over here on the, what do we like to call this? The top side's blacktops.
Residential.
Yeah, there we go. I literally came up with it as you were saying. But they are I personally, and this might be like me thinking, but I feel like it's a little better on the residential side than blacktop. Do you agree? Or do you think?
I think there's sparser loot on the blacktop side. We're looking at the builder right now, but I'm going to keep talking about what we saw in retail. There's sparser loot on the blacktop side, but like residential does have, I think, more job spots on the floor. But, you know, there's bendings on blacktops, and you have more of a horizontal advantage on everyone you see. Yeah. So it's a lot easier to kind of, you know, pick a game plan on blacktops or residential. You kind of all in all the time. Yeah. Because if you get engaged on, once again, you're all in. Right? You see the X2, some type of fight. It's really good. Right now, though, you know, Lupo and Monster went over tilted the advantages, disadvantages of building and not building. How do you think their opinion has been of tilted from the beginning?
Like, wait, the whole thing that you have to build and whatnot. It's like, well, yeah, that's still a very big aspect of the game. But now there is a POI dedicated to you testing your shooting skills, right? How good are your peaks? How good are your rifling skills, or even your close quarter combat skill? And that's what Tilted offers in its current state. But we're back on board with the Power Trio, the Trio of Power. They have themselves a brute. They are looking to take it to this other brute across the way side. Now, what's crazy here is, remember, they have these laser designators. So the other brute's fully aware. They're like, hey, there's another one. They're moving towards us. We need to try and take this down. But Power's on 18 effective HP, and it's just not enough. It's so easy to be focused down in the brute right now. So unfortunately, FHE is going to go down, and I don't think there's anything else his other viewers have to let him go down and regroup and assess the situation. He does have the sniper, so if he can get a cheap shot off, he can down someone immediately. But like, look, the other brute spawned like, no, friend, we're gonna hunt you down. Don't worry, don't get too far.
Absolutely. Like, brute combat is one thing that also has its own metagame, and like these guys know too, right? Focus the driver 100%. Usually the people you put into the brute early game are those who don't have the same amount of loot. We're looking at a pump, tac SMG, gold sniper on an M7. But FHD, all you had were zapper traps, a bunch of gray items, very easily focusable. And right now, you know, their enemy team is big and hard focused. I'm pretty sure it's the ASMR guys, Stotto and Wagner. These guys are just coming in with a big brute of their own, forcing through straight up, gaining all the loot as well. One big thing about having a brute in retail, it's like butter on toast. Perfect combination, even jam on toast. Anything but mayo. You get these loot spawners so much faster with the stomp mechanic as well as the rockets. Granted that they were nerfed at one point, you still have so much damage to instantly just get these launches over and over again. The biggest downside to retail being you spend so much time in there, right? You negate that, you have the perfect setup entirely in the whole game.
Yeah, you can kind of take that route into later games, use that to kind of mess with other trios out there. I like this, too, the ASMR trio, ASMR. this game. Now, some of them they couldn't follow up on just based on he drops down and he gets the drop. That is a zap. We've got to be careful. Okay. All right. I saw a second block from the right. And I was like, if that is enemy trio, Minzu's going to be limited. That's what they can do. But it's okay. Moon was there. At the loadout. Shining array of colors.
Yeah, Happy Hamlet. I broke it down in one of the drop shot breakdowns. Vendings galore, so many chests, right? You eliminate as much of the loot pool as possible to what you need through looting over and over again. You know, loot drops, chest spawns, every vending that's available to you as well. You get to pick and choose what you want. You use it in the fight as well really fast, so there's just one other team contesting you. Looks like these guys are the kings of Happy all the way in the Middle East, which is huge. We have now two big things as well that a lot of people don't realize in the game is when you have kings of a drop spot clash against each other, you don't really see where people come from, right, in the end game when they're on height. But now that we know that we have all this detail, this rainbow loadout, that's Happy. And now see the storyline build up all the way to the end game. These two star trios at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, these guys are looking very close. Here we've got two trios just in front. There is one player from a trio yonder. This trio making a run over a hill in that long lead. Okay, so what he's still doing there, it looks like he might be trying to got Simon dash, fake back. Get to kind of walk into old yonder. I mean, there's they wanted. All right, I take that back. There was one. Well, now they're probably feeling pretty comfortable because they have a shockwave. Jump pad. The launch safety.
Yeah, there's a little skirmish on the way in the snow side. We develop. I guess in the Middle East as well. A lot of always just, you know, people playing desperate with a bunch of people. So you can imagine how scared people are split off. You can see exactly how they're going to end. You can see a little bit more stability coming out of the other side. Towards the bones over here, towards the big monster skull. But at the same time, down at times. Right now we don't see any. We can drop into the scene. The options that toggle towards identity towards the bottom.
31 trios left. Top start seeing any placement points. We're right now in the circle 2. There's so many players that have been eliminated before this endgame. I can imagine we'll see like Storm 750 people left, but I wouldn't be surprised if we did see that. There's still so much that can happen in this game. I'm curious to see what's happening. I want to know what like they have no
eliminations. What do you actually really want? It's only to say if you have shields and shockwaves, the different options people have towards the goal or enemies that they can use to actually, you know, come through for elims or play for placement.
That's a good question. That's tough. I think it depends on, because like everyone knows what heat they're in, so you know who, if you're paying attention and you're doing your homework like you should be, you know the other people in your heats. You know potentially where they're going to look to land. So like if I'm this trio, I'm not going anywhere near retail. We already know ASMR trio is there. We saw the power trio as well. So right now, he's rotated out right there. They get themselves in the safe zone. So right now, look, just making their way in. So we're on power. It looks like just himself. Have their cards, not right now. Young has to do anything. I mean, I'd imagine he's probably wanting to play it slow, right? He's like, look, if I can even just play for placement and get us those points, if he can find an awesome pick, great. But that's just like backseat. Right now, it's survival mode.
You have the worst sound anyone could have heard from him on the server for his situation is that shield break sound. The whole desynchronization of the shield. So right now he's worried. He knows trios around him know that he's worried. His entire plan at the moment is to use UC. Half his loadout's already gone, right? We talked about when to use your loadout, when is your win condition, do you want elims? You said it, Zeke. It's full survivability at the moment, and Yonks has to go to the Bronx and even further now to even win the game, right? Like 0 elims, the easiest thing to do, right? Getting 3 points to eliminations is 3 separate fights. A lot of mats used there, right? A lot of gun skill required, a lot of brains required in the fight against 3 other people. Separated into entities on the map, right? You only have a maximum of 31 trios on the map, 33. So in this one, I think we're at 26 out of 31. Kind of far from placement, but separating it into just looking at single entities moving on the map, placement that way, right? Using your mats against one entity rather than 3 separate ones in a fight. You can then kind of, segment out your loot, your minis, your mobility, and actually get points without getting insane frags in an actual fight.
That's very interesting. I haven't considered that. That's pretty dope, but I mean, it's tough, right? Like, I want to be hopeful in this game. And it's different, like, during qualifying. So, like, even if I was eliminated, it's fine. We're just going to hop back into another game. But these are heats, right? So, like, right now, Yunks, right? Because we're going a full game at a time. So Yunks just can't say, all right, let's just let this KBR wash. Like, no, he actually has to sit here and try. And I mean, if I'm FHD, if I'm NM7, I'm sitting here like looking out for him, like, right, you've got a team here, you've got a team there. Like, just try and keep yourself positive. Because, like, for me personally, if I was in this situation, it would be so stressful.
Yeah.
But these are the very best of the best. They're here for a reason. As I say that, caster curse in I finished the sentence and y'all it's okay. All they have to do is go in, let them wash over and prepare themselves for this next game. Well, then these guys will wrap up. Right? Hopefully for this game,
yeah, you touched on it a little bit. Really, it's going to be a weird analysis. I segue, but bear with me here, right? The game was on his shoulders, right? In cartoons, you usually have like an angel or a devil on your shoulders. To break it down for people trying to come up in that situation, angel or devil with the win condition. And by looking to play safe. And every time you see one of your shoulders do the thing, that's what you have to play for. You have to suppress other easy stuff you see. There's a free headshot you can take, right? At the same time that it shows, the whole full shoulder is not lit up there. You got to play at the side of the angel. So if you're trying to learn how to get in the clutch situations, trying to learn exactly how to rotate in the game, what is right, what is wrong, segment it out, wait for the proper shoulder to light up, and that's an easy way, right? Right there, Yonks, the mistake he made, he kind of chose the devil shoulder. He saw 3 tags for rotation. He knows he needs elims because he has 0, but in doing that, he brought the full force of an entire trio out, right? He talked about entities. He turned a full 1 entity with his block with mats to 3 people to face 3 separate AR shots. He got erased from the server.
Man, that's so dope.
Yeah.
See, Shy Wager dropping these knowledge bombs and making my inner child who loves Looney Tunes just so happy right now. I appreciate that, Shy. That was very nice. It's very well explained.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you. Now we're looking at an entire different scenario. I've actually seen this guy have some amazing highlights in game and actually clutch it out in the Middle East server, sometimes topping the charts of our top plays of the week. Currently, he's going to be leading an actual trio. We're actually on Rampage's perspective right now, but these guys are absolutely raw when it comes to just taking those free aim duels, just engaging on fights and following up with stuff. Right now, I've never seen more sting tags from one sting on an entire trio. Eska goes down. We saw Eska last game as well as rotating earlier now. They're very set on loot, but once again, they know that win condition, right? Yep. Even if you're not solo, as a trio, what shoulder is dinging? I got a knock, okay, Sting follows up, right? That's how you have that whole momentum process, you have it planned out. You just gotta look for the right pace to follow through.
And if they had some kind of mobility, I would imagine they probably would have gone in and cleaned up this trio, right? Because they got so many tags, like you're saying. Once that Sting came out, it was giving 2 damage numbers, and they were taking pretty much the entirety of that cloud seems like they're on low HP. So at least one of those guys is dropped really, really low. Unless they have something in their burning resources like splashes, a slurp, even a med kit or bandages, like you know they're burning the materials to try and get there. I'm glad that they were able to say, look, we're not gonna follow up. We have a tarp all the way over there. So they hear what's coming and they react. We got them using it up.
So now you're on that shoulder mid right now.
I got it!
So now you can point that out every time you see it. That is literally the explanation of what win conditions are and how to follow up. Right? A lot of people used to, you know, that's kind of when they first came out, they didn't actually know how to follow up with.